About 15 neighbors who live near private forest land off South 16th Street in Shelton have formed the Angelside Preservation Group. They want to stop the logging of about 23 acres and preserve it for a park and recreation area. Amy Wilson, who leads the group, says landowner Manke Lumber has scheduled logging the densely wooded site in about a year. Graveled logging roads were recently cut into the woods overlooking a pristine stretch of Goldsboro Creek.
What we're trying to do here is to work cooperatively with the logging company, the Capital Land Trust, and any other fundraising organization groups, along with the city and county as well, to raise the funds, do whatever is necessary to preserve what's back here and leave it available for future generations.
Wilson lives with her mother, Sally McCurry, who came to Shelton 2 years ago from Oklahoma. McCurry shared why the property was special to her.
I think anyone who lives here cannot see what we see when we look at the majesty, the greenness, the lushness, the freshness of the air, the oxygen in the air that these trees are providing. This place in particular, because it backed up to all this ecosystem behind us, it has such a wide variety of life. And me, because it has so many birds.
McCurry named the birds she has routinely watched come and go in the forest adjoining her property, now at the logging road's entrance off South 16th Street.
The first that came were the Oregon juncos, the nuthatches, both white and yellow-breasted. The pine siskins last year sort of scared me. There were so many. It was like an Alfred Hitchcock type thing. Spotted towhee, I spied it out in the backyard. The first time I saw one, it was standing in the grass, delicately eating dandelion seeds. And to me, that was like a miracle worker. The cutest birds we've had are those evening grosbeaks, because they look like thugs and they cheep like baby chickens.
Angleside Preservation Group member Alan Radke, a Shelton resident and retired teacher, compares the proposed Shelton conservation land to Watershed Park in Olympia.
In the 1950s, 40s, somewhere in there, the city was going to log that, take it all down. There's old growth timber in there. It's a beautiful place. Very wild area, trails. But anyway, the citizens got up in arms and said, no, we want to keep this. And now, 70 years later, that's a beautiful park used by the city. It's pristine, and that's what I was thinking here is the Mankes, they're very charitable people, good people. If they could wait until the Capital Land Trust or some other environmental group got together, got their grants up, and save this for posterity. And that's all I was saying, is just let's wait.
The group walked the property, following existing trails down to Goldsboro Creek, and this is what they encountered. Wilson envisions using the forest land for a trail system.
So it's just designed and already in place to be a preserve, to be a park, and to possibly even be connected to a wider trail system so that people could circumnavigate most of the Shelton area. So it's just an obvious a win for the community.
She says it could connect to another conservation area in Shelton.
Capital Land Trust is actually the organization that purchased and preserved the Goldsboro Creek Trail on the west side of 101, which is basically across the road from this property. And, with a little vision, that's part of the trail system we think could be connected.
Angleside Preservation Group has a Facebook page, and Wilson says she plans to build a fundraising site at GoFundMe.com. Contacted this week, Amanda Reed, Executive Director with Capital Land Trust, said, I think protecting the forest land along Goldsboro Creek is a great priority for Capital Land Trust and a lot of other stakeholders. If there's a possibility to work with the Mankes to protect this land, I think that would be a good opportunity. Reed says Capital Land Trust has partnered with Manke Lumber before. She says grant funding would have to be secured to purchase the forest land, which could not happen until the next round of grants in the winter and spring. Also contacted this week, Harry Rydell, a spokesman for Manke Lumber, said the company was investigating its options regarding the forest land. Rydell says the company is not prepared to further comment. The Preservation Group has brought the proposal to both the Mason County Commissioners and the Shelton City Commission to generate some support. I'm Jeff Chu for iFiber One News.